Hey everyone, this is Borvok. Going to do a quick review on Justice League issue number one because we have to reboot everything all the time because reasons. It is A New Era Begins, issue number one. It's got Superman, Batman, Aquaman, The Flash, Cyborg, Martian Manhunter, John Stewart, Green Lantern, and a Hawk Girl on the cover. Really nice art here. Kind of like stock, what would you say, like a portfolio piece almost, just nothing in particular to do with the story, but this is apparently the relaunching of a new volume, as much as I might not like that. So they want to just have some sort of introduction to all of the characters, a nice cool splash page as the cover, and it does look really nice. So I'm very partial to Hawk Girl. I enjoy her design. She's very aesthetically appealing. I like the darker skin here, how it accentuates the colors on her outfit. But you'll find out inside the book her skin tone is actually lighter, so I don't really know what's going on. Anyway, we open to page one, and we've got like a comet that's going towards Earth. We see 85,000 years from now. We got Superman, and I think that's still Wonder Woman in a definite outfit. That's interesting. Why did Superman change his crest? I don't know. Isn't that his like House of L crest? I don't know. Got some guy from 85,000 years ago. So 85,000 years in the future, 85,000 years ago. I don't know who that guy is. Let me know in the comments if you know. We got Commandy and Scooby Doo here. 5,000 years from now. I don't remember Commandy's dog friend's name. And then we've got Ganthet. That might be the Phantom Stranger. I don't know. And then some other people I don't know. Again, anything, feel free to let me know. That's now. But we've got this comet coming towards Earth to destroy it. That apparently it's coming at Earth in all time periods at the same time, if that makes any sense. I don't know comics. But we turn the page, we go to the Hall of Justice, and we found out in the Titans book that the Titans now actually operate out of the Hall of Justice. So I imagine they're over here in the left wing somewhere. I'm not sure why I imagine that, but I do. And there's this weird thing going on throughout the book that I don't see very often in comic books, and I don't know if I like it, but it's noteworthy in that it's different. That they have this narration, these caption boxes, and the narration is seems to be from an omniscient third party. So that's not any particular character speaking, as much as I can tell. It's almost like you're reading a comic, but you're also reading a book at the same time. And I don't know. I kind of like my pictures and my characters' dialogue, and maybe a few captions to explain some very minor things to tell my story in comics. But I don't know. Maybe this is a thing with Scott Snyder. I don't think he did this in Batman, but worth pointing out. So we turn the page here, and this double page here really feels like the beginning of a podcast because we've got each person introducing him or herself, and then introducing a new. Basically, each person says something and then mentions the name of another person who then speaks for a sentence and then mentions the name of someone else who speaks for a sentence, and that's what you do in podcasts if you ever listen to podcasts. I listened to quite a few a while ago due to some just needing more stuff to listen to for various reasons. Podcasts are great, by the way. Look me up. I can recommend some. But you do that in podcasts because no one can see your face. So basically, you say someone's name and then you introduce whoever else is on the show, and then that person says something so that you can associate his voice with the name, and then either that person or the host mentions the name of the next person. They go through the roster. Everyone says a little something just for the sake of, and they try to make it flow. Usually in podcasts, they try to say something on topic or just like greetings or glad to be here or whatever. But it's also that you get introduction to the people on the podcast, and you get to get familiar with matching names to voices. And it feels like they're doing that here on this page. Not audibly, not with voices, but it's just very deliberate that blah blah blah, I'm Batman. What do you think, Flash? Oh, well, I think this, blah, 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 things are going okay here. What about you, Wonder Woman? Oh, I think blah 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 blah. And it's just like just very somewhat unorganic, but whatever, what you're gonna do. They're trying to introduce all the new characters. Aside from the main characters here, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Hawk Girl, and Superman. We've got looming in the background Green Arrow, and we've got Plastic Man back in black. I think that's Swamp Thing behind Wonder Woman, I don't know about Aquaman. Hawkman is with Hawk Girl. She should be Hawk Woman, shouldn't she? I don't know. And then Superman is here with Cyborg. But they're doing kind of this funny bit where Batman is like they're strategizing because they're fighting these guys, and they do this bit where they start like imitating Batman, which kind of makes it seem like they're not really being challenged if they have enough time to kind of be silly. But it's kind of funny seeing them all kind of do a little, just kind of teasing Batman by doing little imitations while still staying on topic of the important, let's beat these guys. Do I want to skip ahead a little bit? Yeah, I'll skip ahead a little bit. So basically, it turns out that they are fighting Neanderthals who were secretly raised by Vandal Savage in order to do something. And so he led them to be evolved into not evolving or something. I'm not a big proponent of Darwinian evolution as a theory or a concept. But I don't want to, so I don't necessarily even believe in Neanderthals. Look up like different hoaxes for stuff that have been discovered in the past, and I don't want to make a deal about that. It's just a story, but it just seems silly. Even given the premise, why do you bring a bunch of Neanderthals? Why do you raise them throughout history into not evolving so that they can serve you into, I don't know. Anyway, Martian Manhunter, he transforms and he's got to like go into the moon for some reason. I didn't really get that. The Neanderthals are all like, Vandal, the Justice League is beating us. What are we gonna do? And he's like, haha, I have this all planned because I'm Vandal Savage. But Lex Luthor shows up. He's finally taken off the Superman symbol from his chest. He's just Lex now, and that's kind of cool. The little Superman Lex bit was cool for a while, but it's good to see him as just Lex again. He shows up and he shoots some green electricity at Vandal Savage and freezes them basically. Martian Manhunter has a little flashback about his wife and kid dying, which is kind of depressing, but basically they're all telepaths, so in order to survive they had to unlink telepathy from everyone else or something, and as a result a lot of them still died, and they died alone without their telepathy. But Justice League is Martian Manhunter. Part of the whole bit with this issue is he's been gone for a while and now he's coming back, and all of the Justice League has evolved, so to speak. They've matured without him, and he doesn't feel like he has a place with them anymore. But he's not telling them that, and they certainly don't think that, but he's kind of feeling insecure in his abilities. But I mean, he can create like a telepathic boardroom. I mean, if you that in itself is useful. But they've got like Martian, I guess Mars had these symbols. He basically, on the table in the telepathic boardroom, he etched the symbol of basically the Martian word for hope, which isn't a direct translation, but it is the closest you could come, I guess. And they're trying to figure out, that thing in the beginning, that comment. They're like, they found out that it was coming, and they're like, what are we gonna do about it? It might have information that can help evolve us or make us better, or it might destroy everything or something, because comics have information that can evolve people, I guess. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor is having a nice chat with Vandal Savage, and all the Neanderthals are like, you put Vandal Savage in like a laser frozen thing, so we serve you now. And he's like, nah, bro, into the pit with you. So he presses a button on his arm thing, and they all fall into the pit. Some more villains show up with Lex. We've got, of course, Sinestro. What's the name of the Gorilla Grodd? Obviously, okay. Sinestro, Gorilla Grodd, Joker, Tigra, and Black. I love Black Manta's design too. Man, why is the Joker eating an apple? Is this like a? I know in the book of Genesis, in the Bible, it isn't actually an apple. It's the fruit of the tree of the garden of fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. But it's always depicted as an apple, at least classically. Is that some sort of play on that? I don't know. I don't like this side of the head shaved thing on Joker either. I don't know what's with that new Give me back the I wasn't super fond of the Killing Joke, but I really like the design of Joker in the Killing Joke. They should really bring back that style. But there's like 3 Jokers now, right? So like, which Joker is this? I still don't know. They need to explain that. Hopefully they will soon. But Black Manta, I really like his outfit. I liked him in Young Justice, just his dark skin tone, how that kind of matched up with his overall character design, just visually was really cool. He's got a really cool helmet, but I like to see him outside of the helmet too. Anyway, they're coming to help Lex with something I don't really know. Justice League is still talking about stuff, and then Lex pulls something out of Vandal Savage's chest, and then I guess Vandal Savage turns into this guy. I don't know who that is. What's going on? I don't know. And somehow him killing Vandal Savage releases knowledge into Martian Manhunter's mind, and which tells him that, oh no, as hard as we try, we are all doomed. I don't know. Vandal Savage knows that they're doomed. And then Martian Manhunter realizes that the symbol for that the Martian symbol for, I think Lex said something like this earlier, that or maybe it's in the next issue, that the word doom actually could also, originally at least, the etymology of the word doom actually just meant fate. This is okay, I think that is in the second issue. Martian Manhunter is saying something similar here, but not the same, where he's realizing as the impending doom from the mind of Vandal Savage, who turned into this guy when he was killed, I think. I don't know what's going on there. But the impending doom that came from the mind of Vandal Savage when he was apparently killed. He'll get better, don't worry. Martian Manhunter is realizing in the light of that, or in the darkness of that perhaps rather, that the symbol, the Martian symbol for justice actually means, depending on how you translate it, it could also mean doom. And next time we've got doom on Earth. It hits down, the comet hits the planet, and we gotta find out what happens next time. And there's something going on with the Teen Titans in the back that I don't really care about. So we'll skip over that for now. But yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a silly story, but it's got good art. It's supposed to be a big deal. Maybe it'll get more interesting as we go on. The more extreme you get, there gets a point where you jump the shark, and it's just like, this is so extreme and so intense that I can't take it seriously anymore. But I don't know. What do you guys think about it? I'm going to wait to see what I'd recommend it. It's an issue 1, as much as that annoys me. Just keep going. Just say this is part 1 of a new story. You don't have to reboot numbers all the time. And then you got to keep track of volumes and everything gets confusing. Maybe you collectors will disagree with me. Maybe that's more helpful to segregate things. But anyway, I don't know. It's still good art, interesting story, Lex. Regardless of what you think about the underlying story, the interactions between the characters are what make it, I think, and the art. So I recommend you go pick it up. We'll see where the storyline leads. I'm curious to find out. I don't know if Snyder's going to be on this book long term. Probably, I guess. He's not just doing this like one story, is he? I don't know. Anyway, go pick it up. I recommend it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you like the video, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And feel free to subscribe if you're into that sort of thing. And either way, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.